right, here we go. Question 26 from our Precalculus homework number 3 in MyLab Math. We have another logarithmic equation to solve. Notice that this time there are two terms with logarithms, but there is also a third term, this constant of 3, that doesn't have a log. That's going to make this a little bit more exciting to work. All right, so my first question for you is, how many logs are there? And the answer is too damn many. There's too damn many logs here. We're going to have to condense those logs into a single log. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to bring this logarithm over to get with the other one. So this log was negative. Bringing him over will make him positive. And now that's going to just equal to 3. And now we can invoke the product rule. Notice I've got two logs with the same base that are added. We know the product rule says addition turns into multiplication. And the two logs become 1, and their stuff gets timesed. Now that we have this condensed into a single logarithm, like we've done in the last two examples, it's time to convert into exponential form. So we're going to bring the base down, switch the other two around. The 3 is going to become the exponent on the 2. Notice that I have a binomial times a binomial. That's going to need to be multiplied. So we're going to do the 4-letter F word on the fly. Here we go, F'ing it up. X times x, x squared. On the outside, minus 2x. On the inside, we have a minus 9x. Last but not least, negative times a negative makes a positive 18. And that is the FOIL method. Notice that our logarithmic equation has now become a quadratic. So remember, to solve a quadratic, you have to set it equal to 0. So we're going to bring the 2 to the third over, setting that equal to 0, and we're going to combine like terms. Negative 2x and negative 9x, that gives me negative 11x. 2 to the third is 8. On the other side, it'll become minus 8. 18 minus 8 gives me a 10. And now we have our quadratic in standard form. Hopefully it's going to factor, because factoring is the fastest way to solve a quadratic. Reading the signs, they're both going to be negative, x and x, numbers that multiply to make 10 and add to make 11, 10 and 1. So it does factor. So we can set each factor equal to 0 and solve. Moving the minus 10 and the minus 1 is going to give me two solutions, 10 and 1. Now, before I proceed to input these into MyLab Math and see if I'm right, I would like to remind you that a solution is only a good solution if it works in the original problem. So what I'm going to demonstrate is how to check these solutions to make sure that they're both valid solutions. So checking the 10 first, that's going to be 10 minus 9 equals 3 minus log base 2 of 10 minus 2. 10 minus 9 is 1. That's going to give me a log base 2 of 1. On the other side, 3 minus log base 2 of 8. Now, fun fact, log of 1 is 0 no matter what the base is. So log base 2 is going to be 0 because we're taking the log of 1. Again, on the other side, 3 minus log base 2 of 8. Another fun fact, if you can express that 8 with the same base as the log, that's going to simplify nicely. So 2 to the third is the same as 8, but now that the bases match, they cancel, and the exponent there is the answer. And notice 3 minus 3 is 0, so that answer is verified, and we know that 10 is a valid solution. Okay, so now to come back and check our 1 for an answer, replacing every x with 1 is going to give me log base 2 of 1 minus 9 is negative 8. I can stop right there because you cannot take the log of a negative number. So this tells me immediately, without having to go any farther, that 1 is trash. That is not going to be a valid solution. So if we go to our MyLab math, it says select the correct choice below, and if necessary, fill in the answer box. It is going to be necessary because we do have a solution, but you only input the valid solutions. And we're done. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those in the comment section below, or you can text me, and thanks for watching.